capacity, skin and bones, savor is what they got, cause it's not your own. Badass a bad man. Forget about the middle of the war, we gotta win pride, and beg on pride, one more side.
MMA Breakdown VideoBlog, welcome. We're gonna start this off. This whole website and what it's all about is just for the casual fight fan that wants to know a little bit more about the fight game. You know, we put all kinds of stuff up there. You know, all kinds of content we got up there, you know, streaming constantly.
I want to throw this out there real quick too. I'm just making a quick point that we don't sit here claiming that we know everything. We don't. But you know what? We put everything up there to the best of our knowledge, and we try to put it up there. We don't try to put anything up there until we know it's at least verified, or you know. So we're not acting like we're on some pedestal or whatever. We're everyday guys, 9 to 5 guys, just like everybody else.
We just put it up there basically for the fans to find out information.
And we like to do this, man. We love doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is fun, and it's.
Yeah, we're definitely passionate about it. Yeah, that's for sure.
We've gotten good ratings from YouTube, stuff like that. So we're sticking with it, man. We're gonna keep doing it. So keep chiming in.
So right now, what we're gonna get into is we're gonna get into the injuries that's been plaguing the MMA scene. You know,
majorly kicking UFC's ass.
Yeah, and that's you know, the main guy too. You know, the main heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar, down and out. Okay, he's down and out. He's not going to be fighting for I don't know how long, but apparently he just had surgery, and for his what was it, stomach virus?
Yeah, I can't even say it. Like divertilosis or something like that, or something along those lines. But I guess something to the effect, you know, the lack of having no knowledge, having no knowledge on the disease itself.
What was it, some kind of abscess or something like that?
Something was leaking into his stomach or something. Some other organ was. There's like a hole basically. And what they've done is they've gone in and successfully closed it up. You know, mended everything, got it, you know, back in order. So he's probably going to have at least another couple months before he can. Yeah. You know, he's got to go through that healing process, and he's got to start. So healing back up too. I would imagine you can't start. You know. Training,
especially his training regimen, you know, might tear something or something. You know,
it's probably what caused it. You know, you never know. But you were saying earlier about him coming off of this and being, you know, 100% and ready to get back at it. He might be more of a monster than he was in his last couple of fights.
He's been fighting it for how long now? You know, being sick all the time, susceptible to sickness because of this, you know, stuff.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, you never know. He could come back a little bit better, like you said. You know, there's a whole dang list though. We could go over Brock Lesnar a long time. We got Nogueira.
Oh, the staph infection.
It's like it's screwy because it's like they announced him fighting Cain Velasquez, which would have been a cool match. I think it would have been Cain Velasquez's first loss. I think Nogueira's just too crafty on his back, whatever. But it's like they announced that fight, and it's like no more than 3 days later, he's out. You know. Staph infection, and it's like I gotta wonder if he ever really got rid of the you know, he took on Frank Mir.
Yeah, because he looked like he was freaking out. He looked like he was a punching dummy in that fight. You know,
he was horrible in that fight. So,
but you know, and another thing is, you know, with Brock being out against Shane Carwin, which wasn't Carwin sick too? He was sick for a little bit there. So
Carwin was sick. Yeah, he was actually glad the match got called off. And come to find out now, he's in surgery. Ankle surgery.
Oh,
ankle surgery. Yeah, I don't know. Something. I don't know how it happened. It was a training injury or what it was, but he had to go in for ankle surgery.
Okay, now let's move on to a fight that just happened this past weekend. It was WBC. It was the featherweight championship. It was the champ Mike Brown versus Aldo.
Jose Aldo, man.
You know, and let me tell you one thing, we both came into this picking Brown because, you know, we seen him fight against Faber and he just totally annihilated him. You know? Yeah, exactly. And, you know, he had the fight plan.
Unheard of. You know, no problem. For the longest time, that was unheard of. People were like, you know, this guy's untouchable, you know, then Mike Brown comes in, nobody expects it, you know, and he schools him and then does it again. You know, that's so our expectations were so high.
Yeah, I know. Like Faber had the broken hand or whatever, but still he got his ass beat.
Yeah.
But I thought Brown, when he came into the fight, was going to take it. He was going to knock him out. But as the fight started out and he got hit by that the Mui kick right in the bridge of the nose, I think that started the downward demise for Brown because he had no answer for the Mui style, the clinch, the kicks to the face, the kicks to the body, and then when he did let his hands go, no. Aldo definitely had the defense going, you know, the quickness in the defense, which after the fight you really see no damage on Aldo, you know, Brown. And at the end of the fight, you know, when they stopped it, You know, Brown was not defending himself. He was just laying on the ground and feetled up, and he basically got his ass beat. So I have to give props to Aldo for that one.
Oh, big time props. This guy's going to be in there, man, for a long time. And if they do have any kind of a rematch, which I guess that's only fair, you know what I mean, to give him a rematch just like they did with Faber. But I mean, Faber was champion for a long time. I guess that's maybe the reason why they gave him a rematch. You know, Brown maybe not so much. You know, maybe give Aldo a couple other fights and then maybe go back to Brown. But
yeah, I think Aldo and Faber might be on a collision course. You know,
WEC, I'll tell you right now, is a little more exciting than UFC right now.
Yeah, it is really. That's what I'm saying. You know, we've been talking about it on the website. You know, about some of these stinker of a fights. You know, who do we got coming up now? You want to see another turd that's coming up? We've already heard it. It's Couture versus Coleman. Okay, I don't know. You know, I don't know what you guys think out there, but we both think this is going to be, you know, wrestling, of course. But after that, I don't see much else happening. You know, maybe some tiredness, maybe some, you know, some punches that don't do much. But
Couture may as well do a mirror of what he did in his last fight. Hold him against the cage, beat on him, try to wear him out. Because Coleman's
put everybody to sleep in the whole freaking place while doing it. But,
you know. But you know what? He's to the point, like same thing as Coleman. He's to the point where he's got to do everything he can do to tire the other guy out to even the game. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, Randy Couture, I think, still's got a great offense. But you know what? He takes one on the chin in every fight, and he goes down.
So he gets all dazed.
Yeah. And I mean, Coleman ain't past, or you know, he's not still at the point where he can take too much on the chin either.
Yeah, I just hope the conditioning's up so we can see some semblance of a fight.
Yeah.
Because after the first round, you know, Coleman, man, he's looking for a freaking oxygen mask, and that's what they should do in his corner. They should at least bring out an oxygen mask for these guys. You know, maybe some you know, Gold Bond or some, I don't know, something that a Werther's candy, something, you know, something that'll help these old guys out just to get them back going, get the blood flowing. But let's move on to the Ultimate Fighter heavyweights. We talked about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, we got plenty to touch on there.
Yeah, I don't know how many people, you know, out there waste their time every Wednesday watching this garbage. I'm one of them. I'll admit, I'm one of them. I'm just praying every Wednesday I might see a good fight and not, you know, two guys getting in the ring, you know, getting tired after, you know, the first round, or before that we have to watch 45 minutes of Rashad and Rampage, you know, bitching at each other like two little girls.
Yeah.
What's your take on it? Is it garbage or
it's
you know,
a stupid show, man? I mean, it's you almost get as much fun out of watching like I can't even make an example. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
you might get a little more action out of that, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's action, but it's such a drama show now that it's not even remotely even believable. It's not even believable, and they've been blowing so much smoke up.
How many weeks is it? Yeah.
Colon.
Kimbo's fighting next week. He might fight next week.
Yeah.
He's coming out. Kimbo's ready.
Yeah. I'm ready, man. Put me in. You know, and it's like, come on, man.
That's what they have to do to bring us back the next week. Is
you're going to milk that for all it's worth. And you're going to say that every week, you know, Kimbo might be taking on such and such. No, he's not taking him on. He's going to sit on the sidelines just like he did the last 4 weeks. You know, for every other match. So I mean, it's
horrible TV.
It's been a joke because every time somebody fights, it's like watching Mark Coleman fight himself.
Yeah,
both opponents are both fighters are gassed.
Just like you said the last time.
13 seconds.
Remember the old one we were talking, the old one you used to watch? You know, the guys would be working on cardio. You'd see them running. You see, every time I see these guys at home, they're laying all over the place, making fun of somebody. You know, hell, go run a few miles. Maybe the fans will get a good fight out of it. You can last over a round. Just go featherweight, lightweight, a middleweight. That's it. Don't go with the heavyweights because this is a joke. This is a freaking joke.
You know, be a little more selective next time if you're gonna get heavyweights.
Oh yeah,
really. Get guys from that have at least fought a little bit before. Don't bring in a bunch of football players. And it's no disrespect to football players, not at all. You know, football players. A lot of people got to think about it. I think you mentioned this. Football players run for 8 seconds, 9 seconds, and then they stop.
Take a break.
Yeah, and then you're stopping. You're setting up your next moves and whatnot. Your next plays, and then you're on the move again. So I mean, it's not like they're constantly running and you have this, staying power.